little kid thing, and most of the guys, majority of the guys you find here are typically living their childhood dream, and they still act that way. We are a very rambunctious group, to say the least. We like to have fun, we like to help people, and we are very professional on scene, and we are like a family upstairs. So yeah, it's great. I mean, we spend a third of our lives with each other. So yeah, 2/3 is at home sometimes because we like to pick up overtime and go hunting and do all that stuff. So our family's happy, very supportive and understanding, but typically they are.
Hi, this is Eureka Live, and well, this is Curtis of Eureka Live, and I'm at the beach. Apparently there's a sneaker wave alert. Let go begin. What do you think about the sneaker waves?
I can really see the illusion of the gentleness of these waves, but how they can build upon each other, and just like all of a sudden the water, like as we speak, it's coming up almost to our ankles right now, folks.
Yeah, I sort of feel like I'm out at sea.
Yeah, it's just the waves expand so much as they move forward. You're not really aware of how powerful they are. We heard a dog almost got swept out today, so that says a lot, because dogs are kind of natural swimmers.
It sure is good being here with you today.
Yeah.
It's a nice little Sunday afternoon.
Yep, inviting ocean.
Yeah, this is the greatest part about life in Eureka. Like whenever I've heard you say that you're ready to just pack it up and get out of here, it's like, try to remember this is like so wonderful living here, actually.
Yeah, the gift of the ocean.
Lost, and a chaotic, quivering condition known as ventricular fibrillation can occur. Blood flow to the brain and body abruptly stops. The lack of blood and oxygen to the brain causes the person to quickly lose consciousness, collapse, and stop breathing. Brain tissue is especially sensitive to a lack of oxygen. When oxygen is cut off, brain death can occur quickly, within a matter of minutes. Without early recognition and care from a bystander, the person will not survive. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR, allows a bystander to restore some oxygen to the brain through a combination of chest compressions and rescue breaths. By itself, CPR is only a temporary measure that can buy time until more advanced care can be provided. The most effective treatment for ventricular fibrillation is defibrillation. To defibrillate, electrode pads are applied to the chest and an electrical shock is sent between the pads through the heart. This shock stops ventricular fibrillation, so the heart's normal electrical activity can return and restore blood flow. Successful defibrillation is often dependent on how quickly a person is defibrillated. For each minute a person is in cardiac arrest, his chance of surviving decreases by about 10%. After as little as 10 minutes, defibrillation is rarely successful.
Or to the face.
Hey, can I record for my radio show? I just record conversations with people in the town.
I got something to tell you.
So this is Peace.
In Grants Pass, Oregon, the rich and the poor, it's me they adore. In this town by the Humboldt Bay, it's a man called Curtis Otto, they say. A painter is not without honor in his own land. That is something I have come to understand. My name is Peace.
Nice.
Yeah, we're both in Grants Pass once a month. I do the driving for him. He's been a comrade of mine for over 30 years.
Cool.
And this is his hometown, and that's my adopted home.
Right on.
Longest time I spent anywhere there.
Yeah, I'm good. This is about the longest I've been too.
Ah, good.
Yeah, the redwood energy.
There's things happening with me now. So grab the, the merry-go-round, and you see the ring, or grab it, whatever. That's
right on. Get some artistic synergy.
There are things happening.
He does.
Movement.
He's an artist too. He does painting.
Then you'd sense it. Yeah, something. A flash mob of artists, as well as a documentary, is being made about my backstory and such, and things like that. And I know this. We're both aware of that. It's not my first rodeo.
Are you from California?
I'm from no. I spent the longest in my life. I spent 25 years in Grants Pass, Oregon. Before that, I've been. When was it? That's what counts.
I'm from Minnesota.
I was born in New York.
Europe?
New York.
Oh, New York. Wow, long way.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone who hears this, stick with me. I'm going to have you all in the movies.
Nice.
There's
Good.
an art movement in a colony.
Yeah.
And I know the most important thing to me is community. I learned what that is from Grants Pass. In Grants Pass, men dance with their wives, man. I've seen it lots of times. And in Grants Pass, they feed the poor.
Yeah, my parents live there.
Oh, then you know.
Can we get this thing going too? A little video action?
We'll come on up to the open mic.
You'll be down there?
Yeah.
All right, if we're still walking around, we'll swing through there.
Okay.
What's it called again?
It's an open mic. Poets go up and give 3 poems. Singer-songwriters get up and sing 3 songs.
Yeah, I should do that.
And there's a lot of, or whatever your talent is.
Music.
It's an open mic, and they're very. It's been established a long time. There's some serious singer-songwriters there and such.
Cool.
I'd like to see it get a little bit more bohemian, but
Yeah.
you know,
I can probably help with that.
Let's work together.
Yeah.
And bring the media.
All right.
The only formal lessons I've had, it was a long time ago, was Stanislavski method actor. And at the age of 30, I took on the greatest role of my life.
What was that?
The role of a painter, an American painter.
Right on. Cool. Good to meet you, Peace. Have a good evening. Hope to see you later.
4 prodigies called The Cheetah and the Turtle.
Mm-hmm. You're listening to Adam Carolla.
Kids, prodigies, that they're cheetahs and all their friends are turtles.
Well, Adam Carolla Show.
A long time for the turtle to catch up where the cheetah's already been 10 times.
Today, a genius is on the show.
Again, that becomes frustrating. I mean, it's sort of sitting in a Ferrari in traffic. It's just you know what the car's capable of. You know what you're capable of. But there's a gardener's truck with a shark cage duct taped to the back of it and a weed whacker and 4 ball tires, and that guy's in front of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're just stuck there. So you could ram him, but you end up fucking up your car and getting sued, and then you could just take some deep breaths and deal with the emotion of that.
Ramming him is what many geniuses wind up doing eventually. It's geniuses have a 20% higher unemployment rate, substance abuse rate, and suicide rate.
Steven, you want to tell me anything about that certain feeling you get when you're sitting there filming out in nature or walking around the city?
Don't know.
Well, I can probably say a thing or two about it. I was the one that mentioned it. There's a certain zen feeling to it, and I'm sure other people have thought of it before. But I'll just bring attention to it as I stroll through Old Town Eureka. Looking at the airplane trail. Not worried about it at all. Lots of trails. We just met Peace. Peace I've seen around town a lot with Curtis Otto, usually over there at the art house. And I think he's a good guy to meet, you know? I mean, that was back in the day when people said, fuck computers, fuck Facebook, let's start a band, or, you know?
Let's make art.
Yeah.
Let's make art. This is making art, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never stop really lately. Well, I do. I had to do some stuff to do this one job thing, but...
Sometimes life gets in the way of art,
yeah.
But art will be there.
It's my relaxing thing.
Yeah, I go nuts without it. I've been doing lots of art lately.
Yeah, I've noticed. It kind of, you're doing good, man.
Thank you.
Heading into the new year, sober.
God willing, Jesus willing.
Unlike many LGBT people in Jamaica, the Gully Queens weren't trying to blend in or hide their sexuality for fear of being attacked. They actually seemed to be the most visible gay community because they didn't have a place to hide. And by stepping out of the gully in this protest was in itself an obvious act of defiance. It hadn't been 5 minutes before officials came to try and work out what we were doing.
We have been having some problems with members of the diverse sexual group. They live in the gully. Yeah. Like you have one that goes by the name Pebbles, and another one goes by the name Batman.
Maybe that was something that Facebook sort of has stolen from us, is not needing to know every single person we ever run across as little details of their life, you know?
Hello out there, all you literary scholars. This is Let Go Begin. I'll be reading to you from the book entitled We Are Still Married by Garrison Keillor.
And this is Curtis, and I am in the tub. And this is awesome.
Tub Readings, Part 1. Who we were and what we meant by it. The breakup of the Momentiste movement in 1962 in St. Paul was a deliberate decision on the part of all four of us. We were sitting in Swedlund's drugstore one afternoon when Patty said, "It's great being together and all, but, you know, it's never going to be this good again, so I think it's time we said goodbye." So we left town, or so I thought until last Christmas, when I saw Ed's book, Once There Was a Time, a memoir of that St. Paul scene, a book riddled with factual errors, a betrayal of all that we stood for, and I read on the jacket that he now owns Swedlund's, renamed the Scene Shop, where he has preserved the atmosphere of momentism in all its raw brilliance and vitality. So a few weeks ago, on my way to the coast, I stopped off in St. Paul to see for myself. I'm not naive. I realized that the St. Paul scene became legendary after we left.
Louis Theroux, Black Nationalism, full documentary on YouTube. Louis Theroux is like the BBC reporter. All right, let's check this out.
Some abracadabra.
What if there were a peaceful solution? What if there were a way to
There is no
protest
peaceful
and march
solution.
and to stop
There is
police
no
brutality
peaceful
peacefully?
solution.
If there were, though, would you advocate that?
We're not going to stand here and speak hocus pocus, some Shazam, some abracadabra magic. There is no peaceful way. The white man, I say to you over and over again, is absolutely disagreeable to get along with in peace.
To assist those in need. These laws help protect anyone who voluntarily provides assistance without expecting or accepting compensation.
Any thoughts on the Arts Alive? No. Thoughts on this?
It's over here that her dad taught it to her when she was a kid, and this is the Spitz repertoire, Canaries and one round by itself.
Some pretty cool music. Still here, Eureka, California, Arts Alive. Inside the motorcycle emporium down on 5th Street.
Ça va? Don't make it a question with your voice. Ça va?
Ça va.
Okay. It's the O-N together, but you don't hear a N sound. Okay, so bien. Okay? Now, okay. Yeah. And it can also be ça va très bien. Ça va très, okay, this is a little bit hard. Très, you know, the h is in the middle of the word. Très. Okay, répétez. Ça va bien. Ça va bien. Ça va très bien.
Ça va très bien.
Okay, good. And when you go to the superside and you hear the French, you'll also hear the music of French.
As Shakespeare wrote, with mirth and laughter, let old wrinkles come. Or, as Coco Chanel noted, nature gives you the face you have at 20. It is up to you to merit the face you have at 50. People who are angry and hostile throughout their lives are likely to look mad. Thanks for tuning in. Let's end this episode with a track by Hyperactive. You're listening to one of his tracks off Tentacles of Realness.
Zeit, in der Hip-Hop aus Liebe zur Kultur noch Einfluss auf uns hatte, ist vorüber. Die Szene in Deutschland orientiert sich an falschen Werten. Denkt drüber nach, Untergrund-Rap ist ein Begriff, der auf allem steht, was sich durch uns ernährt. Der Unruheherd liegt offen auf den Konten der Labels. Die Marketingstrategien ihrer Führungskräfte bewerben ihre Produkte medienwirksam überall. Grauhaarige Affen schätzen den kommerziellen Erfolg des jeweiligen Tonträgers ab. Platz in den Charts für die Art von Musik, die durch direkten Kontakt mit der Kultur entsteht. Hip-Hop hat mich seit meinem 6. Lebensjahr entscheidend mitgeprägt. Mir wurde von Beginn an der Respekt für der Kultur mit in die Wiege gelegt. Mein Umfeld ist ein krankes Raster, eine Gesellschaft ohne Glück. Ich hab harte Aktionen gebracht, doch zog mich zurück. Mein Flow als Fixpunkt zwischen Dreck, arbeitslos, umringt von Gangstern und Keks. Verurteile ich die lieblos für die gerotzten möchte gern Hardcore-Alben, die den Markt überfluten, der sie umsetzt. Hier ein Traum von der Straße, den Gangs und Drogen. Ich träume von einem Berlin, welches voller Frieden mit allen Kulturen in Wohlstand lebt und der restlichen Welt ein gutes Beispiel bietet. Doch die Realität holt mich zurück in den täglichen Trott der Straße. Den inneren Anspruch, sich gegenüber jedem zu behaupten, abzulegen, bleibt mir verwehrt. Die Wackness vermehrt sich weltweit wie Ratten in meiner Gegend. Ich stehe nicht mehr hilflos daneben, aktiv gegen den Kommerz. Trains rollen durch Berlin und genießen meinen Respekt. Bombs, tanzt oder Raps, folgt nicht kein Maß. Innovative Quellen in mir bahnen sich den Weg durch blockierte Schichten. Tief im Innern deiner Psyche wartet das Gute auf das Versagen des Bösen. Der Teufel hockt zwischen den Zeilen. Gott verlässt nur die, die sich selbst verlassen. Wie viel Energie wurde frei, lernen wir zu lieben statt zu hassen.